Hi, it's Shelly and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about 10 reasons why you should hire a private local tour guide when you're visiting Puerto Morelos, Mexico. It's what we're doing today. Okay, the first thing is the personalized service that you get with your itinerary, the schedule, as well as they can offer you some suggestions on what to do. So as a little background to this, my son was visiting and we wanted to go and see some ruins because he'd never done that in the number of times that he's visited me. So we knew there weren't any right close by. We would need transportation. So we were thinking about over by Valladolid, maybe going to Chichen Itza or Ekbalam. And I had used a private tour guide. If you remember in my video a couple of weeks ago that I went to a vanilla farm and I used Fabio. So I contacted him to see if he could take us, and sure enough, he came over to the house to discuss, what we wanted to do. And he suggested that maybe we go to Tulum. It's a lot closer. It's a beautiful ruin. And honestly, I had never been. So we scheduled the trip, picked the day that was going to work for all of us, and we booked it, and it was personalized. We're going to go and do a couple of other things. So today's video, as well as discussing hiring a local tour guide, I'm going to be showing you our trip to Tulum. So we're off on our adventure. Along the way, we stopped at this little taco shop for breakfast. So that's another great thing about hiring a private tour guide, is they know about the hidden gems. And this was definitely one of them. And there were a lot more of these in store for us during our day. Oh, and Penny was allowed to come with us on this trip today, which is something that would never happen on a group tour. Love this. Quick pee-pee and we're on the road again. What happened with us? We were going to visit Tulum. Well, our tour guide, Fabio, knew that on Sundays, residents of Quintana Roo get into the ruins for free. As well, our entry fee to the national park was reduced for the same reason. So instead of paying over 400 pesos, we paid just over 100. This kind of insider information can be invaluable to you and can save you some money. Your tour guide also knows the steps you need to take to gain entry to places, the do's and don'ts. They know the best times to go and when to avoid, and just general information that you, as a visitor, would have no way of knowing. This can save you so much time and frustration when you go on any excursion. Hiring a private tour guide gives you an opportunity to learn about the culture, not only about the place you are visiting, but the culture in general. You have an unlimited resource at your disposal for the duration of your excursion. Ever see something going on and you just wonder, what is that about? This is an excellent opportunity to pick a local's brain about customs, practices, and just life in general. The Tulum ruins are located on a 12-meter tall cliff overlooking the Caribbean Sea. Tulum was one of the last cities built and inhabited by the Maya and was used predominantly between the 13th and 15th centuries. This guy was so cute, looked like he was guarding the ruins. Tulum once served as a major port in the state of Quintana Roo, and it is one of the best preserved Maya sites. Going with someone who speaks the local language is an amazing thing to help you when you are out and about in any foreign country. As an example here, when we went to enter the park, of course, Penny is not allowed, so Fabio was able to talk to a couple of young girls that were manning a little shop there and asked them if they would mind looking after her while we went in and toured the park. And they totally agreed to it. I came back. They had taken her for a walk. She was happy. I was happy. She didn't have to stay in the car, or I didn't have to miss going to see the ruins. So just having someone with you that knows the language and can arrange things, or helps you to navigate through any information that might come up during your trip. Having a native speaker with you on any adventure is always helpful. Another great reason is you have a photographer. You know how there's always somebody missing in your picture? Well, having a private tour guide alleviates that problem. He can take pictures with everybody in your group, and you've got some amazing memories. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I really highly recommend, if you're in the area, to visit the Tulum ruins. And here's our guide, Fabio. I will put the link to his contact information in the description below. I'm gonna say we spent about an hour and a half wandering around the ruins and getting some great photos, learning about the Maya culture. It was really, really informative, and we loved it. We have more adventures in store today, so it's time to go pick up Penny and then get on our way. Next, we're going to have a little drive around Tulum, and that brings us to the next advantage of hiring a personal tour guide is transportation. He or she will provide his or her own transportation to take you where you are going. And if you have a bigger group, your local tour guide usually has a source to arrange a larger vehicle if his or her own transportation won't accommodate your group. This is something you need to speak to your guide about in the planning stages of your excursion. What a beautiful drive right along the water here. We were so blessed. The day was absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice to be able to take your time and just drive through the places and actually get a feel for what the little towns are like. We were going to visit this turtle sanctuary, but unfortunately, because Penny was with us, we were not allowed entry to this place. So another good reason to do a private tour is that you can change your plans on the fly. Something comes up that's not working out, you can just do something different. Okay, now that the turtle sanctuary is out, we adjusted, and here we are at another hidden gem. The little town is called Chemuyil, I believe. I'm probably screwing up the translation on that, but it had these amazing cenotes that we were able to investigate. So here we are having an amazing little walk through the jungle and discovering some hidden beautiful cenotes. Penny absolutely loved this adventure today, and I am so grateful that I was able to bring her along. I can't express enough that another wonderful thing about hiring a private tour guide is the personal service. They pick you up, drop you off right at home. Again, pet friendly. You need to stop somewhere to grab something or go to the bathroom? No problem. It's just an amazing, amazing thing to do. It was just so amazing to be able to do this little side trip, this little town with these lovely cenotes. We would have never, ever seen this little town if we hadn't had a private guide that knew about it. Our next adventure today, we stopped at Yalku, which is a daily pay per use place. There is, it's in Akumal. You drive all the way down to the end and you can find it. There's signage along the way. But this is like this great lagoon, and you can go in and you can use their facilities and snorkel and all this stuff. So Fabio knew about this place, so we were able to go in and just get like a little visitor pass to give us an opportunity to go around and look around the grounds and just to see what's available. So this may be something that we might want to do in the future, but it was, again, a great little hidden gem that we would have never ever known about without having this local tour guide. Okay, now we're off for lunch at La Buena Vida. This was a lovely location right on the water in Akumal Bay. It was excellent food, beautiful surroundings. There's my fish tacos. They were lovely. And to end our day, we went for a tour down Fifth Avenue in Playa del Carmen because Jeremy had never been there. Ended up in a little plaza for some margaritas. So needless to say, we had an awesome day. And I want to talk to you now about the number 10 reason why it's good is that really, honestly, it's quite cost effective. The total cost for us for a personal tour guide, we were gone almost 12 hours, was 1,000 pesos each. That's about $50 US, $70 Canadian. How could you ever get such wonderful personalized service and a full day like that for that amount of money in a group tour? Honestly, most of them are over $100 to do what they want you to do. Now, another thing that's just a little bonus here is chances are you're going to make a great friend and local contact. Fabio is absolutely amazing, a beautiful person, and I consider him a friend now. And anytime I need anything local information or whatever, he is always at my beck and call to message him and just ask him anything I might need to know. And I'm going to use him in the future because I still want to go to Holbox. Again, I can take Penny, so I can do an overnight trip there. So that's going to be coming up later on in the season. So how do you find these guys? There's various ways. Facebook groups. Fabio I met through friends of friends. I used a girl over in Valladolid. Her name was Jazz, and I just found her through a Facebook group. Just make sure you get some local references if you are going this route, because anybody can sort of say, oh yeah, I can take it. Just make sure they come with some recommendations. And honestly, I have had no issues. Both times I have used private tour guides. They have been absolutely wonderful. I'm going to put both of their contacts in the description below. Jazz is now working out of Tulum, so if you are looking for somebody in that area, she will do Bacalar, Akumal, any of those places, and Fabio will do anything because he's based in Puerto Morelos. So I hope you enjoyed this video today and found it informative. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.